Maybe some people have forgotten what happened on the 7th of October, but we haven't. 1,200 Israelis, innocent Israelis, slaughtered, mutilated, raped, tortured. And they're living right next to that kind of threat. Still a viable threat in Rafah, by the way. If you think Hamas is just gone, they're not gone from Rafah or from Gaza. And if you think they've abandoned their genocidal intent towards the nation of Israel, think again, they haven't. So Israel has every right to not want to live next to that kind of threat. And yes, we're going to continue to provide them the capabilities to go after it.
The Biden administration expressed deep monitoring of an investigation into a tragic Israeli airstrike in Rafah. This airstrike resulted in numerous Palestinian casualties, sparking international concern. National Security Council spokesman John Kirby addressed the issue during a press briefing at the White House. The Israelis have said this is a tragic mistake. Kirby explained. He emphasized that the recent deaths in Rafah did not constitute a major ground operation crossing U.S. red lines. We don't have a measuring stick or a quota, Kirby added, highlighting the administration's stance. Kirby clarified that while the U.S. does not support extensive ground operations in Rafah, which could lead to significant destruction and casualties, the current Israeli actions remain focused on a corridor on the outskirts of Rafah. This area is crucial for Israel's strategic operations against Hamas. Kirby reiterated that Israel's current operations have not prompted a withdrawal of U.S. military aid. The recent incidents in Rafah have tested President Joe Biden's promise to withhold weapons from Israel if a major invasion occurred, endangering displaced persons. At a ceremonial event, U.S. Vice President Kamala Harris described the airstrike as beyond tragic. The word tragic doesn't even begin to describe the incident. Kamala Harris stated, referencing the airstrike that triggered a devastating fire in a tent camp in Rafah, killing 45 Palestinians. Israel, however, denied the shelling and stated that the tragic airstrike was an attempt to target senior Hamas operatives. Kirby noted that Hamas celebrated the martyrdom of 2 fighters in the Sunday strike, suggesting Israel's efforts were targeted and precise. He emphasized the use of precision-guided munitions, indicating an effort to minimize collateral damage. Kirby warned that Israel's conduct in these operations could lead to increased international isolation, which would be detrimental to both Israel and US. The US administration faced criticism from human rights and Arab American groups for its response. Nihad Awad, executive director of the Council on American Islamic Relations, accused the Biden administration of enabling what he described as war crimes in Rafah. Despite the heated rhetoric, both Israeli and US officials have condemned the use of the term genocide. State Department spokesperson Matthew Miller stated, Washington will be closely watching Israel's probe.